here we are.
Good evening and welcome to the Ghosts of Tommy's True Talk Past, where we will play Battletech again. Sorry for that, everybody. Welcome to Aces Legacy Sunday Night Edition with Paul, Jesse, Henny, and of course, we let him come back in the door, Joe.
I was outside all week.
That's his biblical name. Is the
So this week we. Oh.
Who was that?
I got my microphone, or the volume turned up on my phone there. If you joined us last week, we are playtesting our upcoming scenario that we're going to be releasing at Toronto Comic Con in 2 weeks from now.
Yep.
We are going to be doing the second part of this playtest for the second portion of the scenario for the scenario we've written called Decision at Dumfries, which is the Ilklan era invasion of Terra. The Northwind Highlanders versus the Clan Wolf, and we added in Jade Falcon as well. It's a little bit of flavor for it. So, with that said, I will pass it over to our scenario writer, Henny, and he will give everybody the rundown of what we're going to be trying to achieve tonight.
All right, guys, sorry for the delay. We got sabotaged by a desk team. It happens. For the second half of our amended Comic-Con scenario here, we're doing a sort of similar event to last time. The bridge you can see has actually been destroyed, which did not happen the first time, so we've done a little bit of retconning. But because in the first game, Kata Jaffrey was shot out of her Highlander, we've added a couple of objectives to have the same number that the Wolves had. In this scenario, our Jade Falcon forces, led by Stephanie Chistu, need to get in, capture the HPG, and send their elementals to search this mobile HQ vehicle and that MASH truck, because rumor has it Jaffrey's survived the ejection from her Highlander and is either being treated in the MASH truck, or as stubborn as she is, she may have gone straight to the command post.
So, good to me.
If we can get her off the field this game, she will not return in the next iteration, in our final iteration.
So we can go over the unit forces here. We'll go first. We'll start with the player side. What do you guys got going on over there?
All right, so we have. Do you want to?
Yeah, well, want me to just pass it over to you,
or you can read them off.
So, we have the big Jade Turkey. We've got a Turkina Prime sitting all the way over there, and I'm looking forward to just throwing a bunch of dice. But I didn't realize that the Night Jeer is going to be throwing just as many. That thing is what is it, front and center? We're going to probably bring it under the bridge and kill some tanks. We've got a Vulture Prime as well. Everyone loves the Mad Dog. And then the final thing, we have what I insistently keep calling a summoner. It is a Hellbringer. And not finally.
And we have a Black Lantern that Joe completely forgot existed.
I don't get to touch it. He forbade me from touching it, so I kind of just put it out of my head.
Yeah.
It's going to be vital to our strategy, which is why I'm not allowed to touch it.
All right. On the side of the Aces forces, or the Northwind Highlanders, we have an AWS 9Q Awesome. We have a Lament LMT2R, which is mains. We have a Phoenix Hawk PXH9, a Crusader CRD 7M2, a pair of Bulldog tanks, the ER Large Laser variant. We have a reinforced company of motorized infantry and a Manticore tank. The Awesome will be using a sniper deck. The Lament is going to be using, where did I put the Lament? Lament is going to be using the
Brawler deck.
He's got a Brawler deck. We have the Phoenix Hawk using a Striker deck, and the Crusader using a Missile Boat deck. The two Bulldogs are going to be using Brawlers, and the Manticore. The two Bulldogs are using Brawlers, and the Manticore is using a Brawler as well.
The same Brawler,
Yeah.
I believe.
So
Yeah.
with that, we can go to initiative.
And we have our lovely kit-bashed Phoenix Hawk 3 series on the table, created by using a base model Phoenix Hawk and the large laser from the Starleague Command Lance.
No.
That one isn't bad. It'd be better if I were taller. But yeah, that is some custom work from the Fochts Network's resident plastic surgeon.
I love it. I love making new mechs. This is not a game of what you see is what you get. I just do it for fun.
Alrighty.
All right, let's roll for initiative.
All right.
I will be rolling for the Aces deck because we were worried the Aces deck might have a chance to win. So this should be a convenient handicap. 6.
I rolled a cocked. 5.
Hey, look at that.
I had a 10, but I cocked it.
So on our side, the Bulldog tanks are moving on one deck as a tandem. The mechanized infantry, when they do enter the board, are going to move together. So that means we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units, I believe. 7 units, sorry. With the Manticore.
Hey there, Mech Frog, and Classicer, and Orc. Good to see y'all.
All right, the Turkina's jumping.
Much like the Enterprise that I believe Classicer wanted to paint the Turkina like, we are going to be having it large and in charge right up on top.
All right, first to move is the
That was
Bulldog the Bulldog tanks. Unaggressive. If the ideal red unit is within 24 and activated, is there any unit within 24 inches?
I'm pretty sure that
that will mean it defaults.
I'm pretty sure that Turkina will be
the
within
only
24 of at least the front one. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so they're going to remain on aggressive. Wants line of sight to that Turkina. It wants non-activated units within 12 while moving closer to the target. Take cover from woods and as many enemies as possible.
Around the corner and into That's
Can I get there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's both of them.
I would say that.
Yeah.
For the front one, at least.
The front one would probably be attempting to go over here.
The back.
The back one would be attempting to go over there.
So we'll tuck the
Front, back,
one
same
there.
same word,
He's got
same
8
thing.
total movement.
We should have line of sight, and this guy will probably come right up to the tree here, and that'll be about it.
Pair of +1s.
And then the Manticore. Where's the Manticore gonna go?
Manticore doesn't move yet.
You got to
we've got him on
admire
his own
those
deck, not sharing.
Northwind Highlander tankers.
Just the Bulldogs are moving.
These are the
95-ton frontline clan Omni-Neck shows up, and the guys in the car go first.
They hear
Hastasti.
they hear
Go.
they hear Clan
Is it
XL
Hastasti
engine.
or
They're like,
Hastati?
"No, we got this."
All right. See you guys.
All right. Well,
Well, if they've moved, we have important elementals riding on the Hellbringer that we were going to move as fast as possible. I would say we bring the Hellbringer along the side of the building.
yeah. This was the mistake I think Joe and Jesse made last week, was not sprinting with their elemental units on the first turn. So I'm going to strongly suggest that for anyone who is attending Comic-Con. So I would say probably the smart play to put the Hellbringer here.
It's very difficult to see. When we say here, we actually mean behind this building. The very north of the map is just out of screen. It may have.
And if everyone in chat could just say a hello to Tommy there, who's looking to be acknowledged.
Hi, Tommy.
Hey, Tommy, we miss you. Tommy, I haven't seen you since before New Year's.
Oh, and Macrog, of course we have Jade Falcon here. So
We did briefly
Frog
have
is
Tommy's
coming out of the
Ghost
woodwork.
trying to do a True Talk on top of our stream. So.
You do keep getting that, yeah.
Please move. Cool.
Yeah, we have.
Put a 2 on there, Joe,
225
and a
is
sprint
next
token.
on the list. That will
Wrong one.
be the Awesome.
Not as
So the
visible.
Awesome, on aggressive. If there are any activated enemies within 24 and no unactivateds within 16.
I don't think so, right?
No and no. Going to go to balanced. Nobody's within 30 of the Awesome, I believe.
Turkina might be.
It's very
be.
possibly.
But we don't have measuring tape on this side of the table, so.
Yep.
30?
Turkina is within 30, and
Okay.
I think the Loki would be as well. Yep.
Okay, so wants to key on yellow. Yellow going to the command deck would be objective. They have no objective in this turn, so the highest structure lost. No, most armor lost. Highest sprint value. So, on the Turkina, the Awesome steps forward. Wants no enemies within 16. Cover from as many enemy units as possible, while maintaining line of sight to his own target and occupying woods if it can.
Okay. Well, if he's got to be going forward, he wants to close. I think the difficult terrain is going to keep him.
He's getting
from
one
there.
or the other. He can go
Yeah.
backwards and attempt it, but
Yeah.
he can't do both.
Nope. So then I think he's tucking in here. Everyone on board
Can
with
he
that?
get behind this?
What is this? Is move of 8?
He has a
6.
move of 6. Yeah, he can get in there.
Yeah. He can.
So he goes behind this tree, gets partial cover from
Yeah.
everybody, plus the woods.
Yep.
I would actually move him like this.
Okay.
Exactly.
I'm a classic player. When I see hexes, I feel like he has to sit in them.
And he's there we go.
All right, that's reasonable to me. All right, what do you think, Joe? What do we want to do with this Night Gear that's throwing a horrendous amount of dice? Do we want to try and just jump him in here behind the tree, or do we want to walk him down? Are we going for
He can
odds
go
to hit, or are we
I
going
think
for
he can go
defensive
far enough
capacity?
I think he can go far enough that he can walk behind the tree. No.
With a loss of 3 inches for going down that hill, Yeah, he still can, actually.
Yeah. So
Folks have seen that Tommy has set up a goal to set up a True Talk.
His goal was to set up True Talk earlier.
Yeah.
At around 6 o'clock.
Can I get a...
Tommy, we love hearing from you, but man, your stuff is just sitting on top of ours. But seriously, though, folks, if you want to get in there and make some of those light blue super chats, I get to hear some new stuff about Aces, so keep that in mind.
All right, we go to the Crusader next on the list. Crusader, if the nearest enemy is activated and there are no enemy units within 18.
Yeah, I think that's...
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
No, is the nearest unit to him activated? So what's the closest unit
Yeah,
to the
that
Crusader?
would be the Loki.
And that's
Yeah.
activated.
Or the
Yeah.
Bulldogs, but...
And it's been
Or
activated.
Going to be
Bulldogs.
aggressive. Wants to target on the nearest at any range.
Yep.
So it's going after the Loki. Wants only line of sight to the target. Wants to stay out of line of sight from as many enemy units as possible while moving into medium or long range to the Loki. Cover from as many units.
I'm not
enemy units
Far
as
side of the
possible.
drop.
I'm not sure it's capable of getting LOS on the Loki, to be honest with
It
me.
could,
with you.
but only by exposing it to the Turkina. It would.
Yeah,
I don't think it's feasible for the Crusader to do that.
it cannot. No.
No.
If it wants the Loki, it has to expose itself.
Yeah,
So
I think it would
which
have
is
to
it
move
prefer?
down to balanced.
Move down to balance?
Yeah.
You've got the card. I don't think it can fulfill its aggressive requirements because it would get itself in the face of the big chicken.
No, it just needs no enemies within 18. Does not line of sight. Just can't be closer than 18.
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Okay?
So at least park him behind that tree so he gets partial that he's shooting out of.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'll go over the requirements again. Only line of sight to the target. Stay out of as many enemy line of sight as possible while being at medium or long range is fine. Cover from as many other units as possible if he cannot get out of line of sight.
Remember that the Hellbringer is just off screen right over here, so this is a very difficult shot
Johnny,
to
how
make
you
through all
doing
this
today,
cover.
buddy?
Yeah. What's the TMM on the Crusader?
It'd be a TMM 1, I
It's
imagine.
a 1 with a jump.
Pass me a 1 token, please.
A 1. There we go. It's a 2. There's a 1. There you go.
Yep.
So how many units got left? 3 over there?
We've got 2 left.
2 left.
'Cause
and
our
we have
elementals are still on
1,
board.
2, 3, 4. So we're moving 2 for the rest.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, what do we want to do with that vulture, Joe?
You want to put him up on a hill and have him rain stuff down.
Yeah, I would say
maybe
just
put
bring
him up on a hill here so he has partial cover.
bring
at
him
least.
to where the Night Jeer was, and he'll definitely have eyes on a Bulldog that he'll be able to pick off.
Mhm.
And
I
that's
think
pretty
we
simple.
can actually.
Fun fact, I earlier taught everyone in this room to correctly pronounce the word jeer, and now they're all trying it out and feeling
Jeer.
weird.
Jeer.
I like it. It's a very pretty bird.
Night jeer,
Yeah.
falcon. But it takes getting used to.
I spend most of the time after we learned about it
please,
just looking
Joe.
up the Jeer falcon as a species.
All right.
Okay.
2, please, Joe.
Yes.
Next, we have the Manticore. Manticore. If the nearest enemy is activated and within 12.
I don't think we have within 12.
Yeah, you do to the Night Jeer.
We
is
do
that
not
12?
have within
Oh.
12.
My
So-
mistake.
If there are any activated enemies within 20.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay,
absolutely.
we will stay unbalanced. Ranged any wants line of sight to the nearest activated unit.
Nearest active is 16 to the Loki, 17 to the Night Gear. He wants to go after the Loki
Okay.
if he can get there.
It wants no unactivated units within 12. First, occupy woods if possible. No unactivated units within 12 while moving closer to the target. Cover from everybody else.
I don't know that he's able to get that right now, to be
What's
honest
its
with
target?
you.
Sorry.
His target's the
Hellbringer.
Loki, the Hellbringer.
And he can move how far?
He can move 8.
8, yes.
Is he allowed to move cover from everybody else? There. Use the tree.
Yeah.
Gain.
Tree. Partial cover means nobody has line
Yeah,
of sight
partial
on them
cover's
anyways 'cause
okay.
Yeah,
it's a
that big
vehicle.
rock over
Yeah.
here is going to save us.
The Turkina, I believe, would still be able to see him, but it would be. Oh, vehicles. Well, vehicles can't get partial to begin with.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Any,
yeah,
any
let's move him
partial
here.
cover he gets means he can't be seen.
Let's move him here. Can I? Yeah. So once again, it's firing through this corridor that I have just bumped because It's a very tectonically active planet, Earth.
Apparently, yes.
Because this is on Terra, I
He's
believe.
a 1.
Dumfries, Scotland.
There's 1.
Our friend
We gotta
Stream's
move 2
hometown.
here.
We'll have to add him as a
So
character. He could be the Phoenix Hawk pilot.
433 is next. This is going
No,
to be...
no, this is Stream. He can be the Crusader pilot.
You know what? I moved the wrong unit last time.
It's
was
okay. You
supposed
have
to
to.
be-
I believe you have to move 3 because you won
Yeah.
initiative, correct?
You did.
And you had 4 units left. So at this point, you're gonna want 1 at the end of the activation. So you got to
Yeah.
move.
We got way out of turn.
It's not too bad. It's
the,
not too bad.
The headache is I counted in the infantry, which is not on the board. So we're going to
Oh,
go
so did we.
with Striker. That's going to be the Phoenix Hawk. Phoenix Hawk. No, Phoenix Hawk is the last to move. You have to move. That's it. We're good. Yeah. Phoenix
You got
Hawk.
the Lament.
Lament is... this should have been the Lament. And this was the Manticore. There we go.
We know how to play. Don't worry.
No, it's I'm looking at the wrong card because I don't have an actual Lament card over top of it. I have the Lament cards down here. We're using oversized. Aggressive. If the nearest enemy unit is activated within 12?
No.
No. If there are any activated within 20?
Maybe.
It's unlikely.
I don't think so.
No.
No, nothing.
Nope. So he's going to go cautious. Occupy woods. Line of sight to the nearest is who he's targeting.
Okay.
Nearest unit.
Back to the Crusader and looking at the turkey.
Well, nearest would be the Hellbringer.
Yeah,
One
nearest
could
would be the
argue would be
Hellbringer.
the Night Jeer, but I would imagine that that's a very difficult ask.
Wants to maintain a distance of 18, cover from everybody else that he can't get out of line of sight from.
Cover from everyone else, I think, says that's what caused this.
But I'm not sure that that's a line of. I'm not sure he'd be able to get line of sight. So
So what's the closest unit? Who's he targeting?
Probably the Hellbringer.
this Hellbringer over by this building.
No.
But it's a very.
Turkina's got to be closer to the Lament than the Hellbringer.
How far is that?
30.
Yeah,
That's 30. That's 32.
32. There's nothing else in here.
The Night
There's
Jeer.
the Night
The Night
Jeer.
Jeer.
It just means the nearest mech, not what he can see. The nearest.
The Night Gear is also 31. So no, it's the Loki.
So, and the Lament moves a total of
10 inches.
10. I can't see the Night Gear from where it's from.
The Night Jeer's over here.
The
Night Jeer's
Hellbringer's
here,
just
the
behind it.
Hellbringer's
only way
here.
to
He's going to
get
come
line of
around.
sight-
He's going to come around back behind the dropship.
Okay, I'm not certain he'd be able to get eyes in the first place.
Yeah, if he can't get eyes, he's just going to continue to
Okay.
move there.
No
Okay.
problem.
In
then.
the most
So,
closest.
Yeah.
position.
He's
All right.
basically, yeah,
he's probably a 12
He's
He's a 10.
to 10. So
You get further than that. You're good.
around there.
Yep.
And what's his TMM? It's probably just a 1.
It's 2.
His team is
It's a
2.
2. Man,
yeah, it's a
Lament.
10. 10 is 2.
That's probably part of its strength is the speed.
Okay, and you got one left.
I got one left, which is the
Black Lantern.
Black
Which
Lantern.
I keep forgetting about and or calling a Shadowcat for some reason.
So what do you think, Joe? Do we want to drop our infantry off here, or do we want to try and hold them for the next turn to get closer?
Me personally, I would say play it safe and let them get closer.
Okay.
Mainly because you told me to agree with you on that.
Yes, you did. And we did say he goes 18.
He goes 18.
As per the instructions Henny wrote me earlier, yes, Henny, I agree with that decision.
Exactly, yeah. Which, I mean, Henny also has a similar set of instructions. It's a note he's keeping in his pocket, and it just says do the opposite of whatever Joe says.
And there should be a 3 over there, I believe.
Yeah, it's right here.
Thank you. That Night Jeer just got very aggressive.
Okay, Phoenix Hawk.
Or,
Last but not
Black
least.
Lantern, I mean. Just
Alright.
got very aggressive.
Okay. Aggressive. If the ideal red is activated and the unit can move to attack it without having any other activated, without being in any other activated enemy's line of sight.
What is the ideal red?
Red would be the most medium damage.
That would be a tie between the Turkina and the Night Gear. Actually,
Highest point value.
it
the
may be,
Turkina.
yeah, it may be able to do that actually. So it wants only eyes on the
Only eyes
Turkina?
on the Turkina
So
if
if
he
he's
can.
heading this way,
Very-
looking that way.
very doable. Does he have any restrictions on jumping? Does he have any restrictions on forestry?
He's got to stay on the ground.
Forestry.
He moves.
the Night Jeers are 2,
everything else is a
3, right?
You're gonna have to measure this.
Or the Turkinas
Because
are
it's gonna
two.
be
Sure. Pass me a measuring tape, please. Or I could count heads.
Night Jeers are
one
2.
right there beside you.
Is there? Oh, there's one off of camera.
Night Jeers are 2, everything else is 3.
Yeah.
Look at this, folks. Look how well prepared we are. Moves 12.
Can he get over to here? That's where he's gonna have to.
I mean, he has improved jump jets, doesn't he?
Can't quite.
Cannot
get-
jump here.
Oh.
You can get here.
Can't see him from there.
You can get behind, put him next to the awesome by that tree, and it should be. It's a harder shot, but he would be able to engage with the
But he'll
Turkina.
only do this move if no one else can see him.
Yeah, the only other person who could see him is the Mad Dog, and there's plenty of trees in the way.
No, there's a
As long
rock
as there's
in
no
the way.
line of sight, he'll stand aggressive.
Yeah.
So if he can
Yeah.
go there and see it, that's what he does.
Yeah, he can do that.
you
Easy.
go.
There we go.
Yeah. We're basically going to blow a bunch of tanks off the board, and that'll be
Jitney.
it this turn.
He's
So
at
it's gotta be a 2.
3, I think.
Which Phoenix Hawk is that?
He's a 2, yeah.
This PXH1, I think.
No.
No.
No?
PXH9.
Yeah, it's a
9,
PX. Yeah.
okay.
9. 9.
All right. Shooting phase to the players.
All right, well that's us first. So, let's get rid of some bulldogs. As much as it pains me to say that, we've got the
We have a pretty
SPCA.
sure shot from the Black Lantern here.
we do. Sure. Let's dump into that bulldog.
Okay.
They are right next to each other right here.
All right, so how many dice do I have at medium with my Black Lantern, Joe?
At medium?
Or at short? I
At
should say.
short, you have 3 dice with an overheat of 1. Skill 3, are we encountering... we're right up against the tree.
Yeah, so I don't think we're counting
We're
it.
discounting it. So you're looking for 4s. Do we want to overheat on 4 just to kill a bulldog? I don't think we do because we're
I don't
trying
think we're
to...
through the armor on a Bulldog with that.
I don't think so either.
I'm not going to overheat on him.
Sure.
Yes,
Fours,
also don't want to overthink that much.
Yep. Skill 3 plus 1.
Yeah. All right, that is 3 hits on a Bulldog.
Okay. A reminder,
And-
we're going to start declaring critical dice.
Yes.
Yes.
And that is 2, so no motive crit. All right, so I think we want to maybe put the... What else into that? We could probably put the Mad Dog into that.
Let's do it. That's how much damage do we need to kill it to take?
It's got 3 armor, 3 structure.
Yeah, 3 and 3 left. So we could put the Night Gear into it.
Yeah, let's try the night gear. If we get really lucky, we'll be able to just get rid of it.
Okay, so
I
the Night
tried
Gears
the
are
Gear.
2.
You
It
get an
lasted for
additional.
like 10
you get an
minutes.
additional +1 for each mispronunciation of Gier.
Starting now. All right. The Night gear is going to be in medium range.
I was underhanded.
It was. It was.
You have to add the Free Worlds League accent.
Gier.
Gier.
Oh no, I mispronounced
Night
the other
gear.
word.
Yes.
So
Going to Geo.
the Night gear is a skill 2 because I believe it is our command mech.
It's our Star Commander.
Yeah. We are in medium range because we're just outside of 6 inches, plus the tree, plus 1. So we're looking at 6s.
All right, so we're going to throw a bunch of dice on 6s with the Night Hero, and I now want to go to Zets.
7.
7 sets of dice?
No, six dice looking for 6s. We're going to use the... we're just going to keep the white dice as our critical pair.
Yeah, I think
Easy
that's
to remember.
correct.
Yeah. Easy to remember and honestly easy to read.
Drum roll, please.
9, 10, 6
Yeah,
dice?
can we just get rid of it right off the bat?
All right.
see a lot of boxcars in there.
I see no boxcars that actually apply. So we said it was on a 7, right?
6.
6?
Unless that Night gear thing counts, then it's 7.
If it's on a 6, it's gone. If it's on a 7, we missed with 1.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it. Perfect.
Do I have an explosion button on here?
The Aces deck is going to be very small for next game, so...
And then we've got the Mad Dog. We can probably pop the other Bulldog over here on Objective Alpha.
Yep.
It's firing clean across the board. There's no trees in the way at this point, and vehicles can't get partial cover.
Nope.
So skill 3, throwing 4 dice. Skill 3, 4 from the TMM, medium range, brings it to 7.
Yep.
And,
do you want to...
Wait, skill 3, 4 from the TMM brings it to 6, not 7. I can't do math. 4 dice.
Is he getting anything from the tree there? I don't think so.
No, because he's too far over.
Yeah, all right, so 3 dice on, or 4 dice on 6s?
4 dice looking for 6s.
All right. LRMs from the Mad Dog.
Alarms and large pulse lasers.
This back here.
I've always found it very difficult to play honorably with a Mad Dog.
Yeah.
All right, I see 1 6, 2 6s, and 3 6s, and a 7. So actually, no, we've hit with all 4 dice there.
And a motive on the vehicle.
Yes. Motive on the vehicle is an 8, which
Which-
would be 1 motive hit for -2 inches.
Yoicks.
And I believe -1 TMM as well, which will take effect next turn if it exists next turn.
Well, if we want to hit it with a Turkina.
I think the Turkina is better going into the Manticore if it can see it.
The Manticore, no, I thought we worked out that it can't see it. That was
Yes,
its
you're
whole
right,
point
you're
of the
right,
move.
okay.
We could fire across at the Awesome, have some fun plinking at really long range.
We could.
Most of our valuable targets are at long range right now anyway.
Have we got anything at... We also do want to keep in mind, though, that it wouldn't be a bad idea to just make sure we secure this objective.
It's true, but we can't really see much of what else is here.
So you want to plink at long range? We'll plink at the Awesome.
Sure.
I mean,
Why not?
is accomplishing the mission more honorable than defeating an opponent in battle?
We're trying to beat the Wolves, so
No, you're
honor
Falcons.
may go
Yeah,
more
but the
when we're
wolves
trying
are
to
on
beat
the
the
other side
Wolves.
of the board. You just don't see them.
We're racing the
That's
Wolves
true.
here.
We're racing the Wolves.
We're racing the
Yeah.
Wolves.
If
yeah.
I
If there's
understand
anybody
it
we like less than
All
the
right, shoot
Republic.
my Awesome.
All right, Turkina at long is what? 5 dice?
6. Skill 3, throwing 6 dice. So skill 3, 4 from the Awesome's cover, 5 from the Awesome's TMM, 4
from the
from the
jump.
long range, 2 from the jump. So we're looking for 11s.
Yeah.
Turkina hits all the buttons here. I gotta...
Whole lot of ATMs flying across the field, doing absolutely nothing. Lots of 10s there, but nope.
All right.
Wow.
Close but no cigar.
And that's it because our Hellbringer has done
Sprinting.
done sprinting, and it's behind a building and all that.
he did the runny run.
Yes, he did.
All right. First off, for the Aces deck is going to be the Bulldog, pair of Bulldogs. So they want anything within range 6 first red, which would be most medium damage. Is there anything within 6 of it?
Yep.
Okay.
But the front Bulldog only has the...
Second one goes out to 24, same thing, most
Okay.
medium damage. They're going to both fire at the same.
Okay. So if they're both going to fire at the same, they're both going to fire at the Black Lantern. If they're not going to fire at the same, then the one within
They're firing
6
the
would
same.
fire
They're
at the
firing
Black
at the
Lantern,
same.
and the other would be... Okay.
They're both firing at the same. So the Bulldogs are at what range? Short and medium? First
Yeah,
one short?
short and
So
medium.
the first one at short has 3 dice, second one has 2.
All right.
So short range, they are going to be at base 4. Lantern went for 2. 6,
3.
Lantern went for 3.
3. So 7s and then 9s. So 3 dice on 7s, 2 dice on 9s.
And he's got a
Okay.
tree.
3 dice, looking for 7s.
He's got a tree as well.
Our critical
So the
dice
nines
are
are
going to be
10.
these
Not
wacky Steiner fist
8s
ones.
and 10s. 8s and 10s.
8s and 10s. All right, throwing 3, looking for 8s. That's 1. That's 2.
All right, Jesse,
Sorry,
roll...
that's 3.
All right,
roll
all
a dice
three-
to see if you hit an elemental.
Woo!
Oh, yes. Forgot about that.
3 dice.
Do I hit a little man? 7.
No, you got to roll 3d6.
3d6?
Yeah.
One-
On a 5-6, you hit the elemental.
Yeah, you roll 1 dice.
1 dice.
Oh.
It's a D3,
You
not
hit him. You hit him.
3d6.
You hit
It's
him.
roll
You
a
hit him
D3.
3
Ah,
times.
misunderstood what
Yeah.
we were being done. 2. No joke.
Yeah, it's a hit the mech.
All right, now throwing 2, looking for 10s, right?
All right, and if you get all 3 in, you are into armor structure.
There's 1.
There's 1, but not 2.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Next for the Aces deck is going to be the Awesome. Awesome wants within 24. Anything you can shoot in the back? Nope.
Nope.
Attacked by an ally this turn. Can't see anything. He can only see the Turkina.
Turkina
right?
is his
Yeah.
only
All
target.
right, cool. So he fires at the Turkina. The Awesome at medium range. Is that
Long.
Closer enough to
I think
measure it?
no. I shot
It's-
him at long.
Yeah.
Shot
it's
him at long. So he's going to be on 4. Doesn't matter anyways. He's 4 across the board. So 4 dice. He's at base 2, range 6. Turkina went for 2 is 8s.
Turkina
tree-
jumped as well.
I counted that.
Oh, okay, sorry.
He's got a tree in between 9s.
Looking for 9s. No, and yes. And I knocked that one over. That was a no, and it was a 1 hit.
Okay. I have opened the marker backwards, so we're going to go with a different one. Don't ask what that means. It is very messy.
That's one of the secret code phrases we use here at Folks.
Okay.
The marker has been opened backwards.
It means
Von
Joe's
Luckner.
hand is covered in blue ink.
Crusader is next. Within 24, if there are no enemies within line of sight, use indirect fire.
Oh, it's just looking for indirect fire. No, it can see the Turkina.
You can see the Turkina.
Yeah.
Attacked by an ally this turn. Turkina.
Absolutely.
There you go. So he's going to be at.
Long.
Hold on. He's a base 3, long range 7. You went for 2 is 9. And target number is not low enough for any OV, and he's good. Okay, yep, so 9s, and he's going to be firing medium range, 4 sets of dice.
Long range.
2 sets of dice.
2 sets of dice, looking for 9s.
You got those LRM racks coming in.
LRM. 1 hit.
All right. Into the turkey.
Steiner fists. Can you see that? Absolutely, you cannot see.
The Lament next up, within 6. Nothing? No.
I don't think Lament has LOS on anything.
No,
No
they-
LOS.
Yep.
We're good. We are going to go to the Manticore. Manticore, attacked by an ally this turn.
It moved with the express purpose of hitting
Being
the
able to
Hellbringer.
only see the Hellbringer.
Yeah,
It can only see the Hellbringer?
that it moved accordingly.
Yeah.
He is going to...
Although he could probably see the Mad Dog back
What's the
here, but it
range?
hasn't been attacked.
They're
Can-
both
can
in
he
medium.
see?
They're, huh?
What can he see?
He can definitely see the Loki. He might be able to see the Mad Dog back here as well.
Need a laser?
No, it's not a laser. It's a verticality issue.
Yeah.
Can he see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to go to red. What does the most medium damage?
They do the same.
He's going to go the highest point value.
That would be the Hellbringer.
Okay.
So, at medium range, the Manticore does 3 sets of dice at base 4, so you get 4, 6, Hellbringer for 2. 8s.
Ooh, throwing 3, looking for
And partial.
8s.
9s.
9s, looking for 9s. No, and yes, 1 hit.
All right. It is carrying elementals, so roll me a d6.
Alrighty. 4.
That
We
hits
winged
the
an
mech.
elemental.
No, is it?
5, 6.
It's 5 and 6.
Not 4, 5, 6. 5 and
Okay.
6.
Sorry.
All right, we go to the Phoenix Hawk. Phoenix Hawk within 6. Anything you can shoot in the back? No. Anything with no cover?
It's the Turkina.
That's
No.
a turkey.
Is there anything with no cover? There's only the one unit?
It's that's the only thing. It's
Okay.
It's the turkey, which it might have 3 points of trees between.
That's fine. So he's going to go base. What's his gunnery? He is a 4 medium range or long range? Long,
Long.
range. 8s. He's going to be on 10s. Is there a tree in between?
one tree.
There's
One tree? 11.
One tree.
I-
There's not 2.
Think. Okay.
Okay.
11s.
11s. How much he's throwing? 2?
3 dice.
3 dice, looking for 11.
Oh, sorry. Phoenix Hawk cannot shoot at long range. He's a
Hey,
0. He's a
okay.
3-3-0.
Oh, well, that's why I asked.
Yeah, he's a 3-3-0. And that is it for the
That's turn.
Aces deck.
That's
All
turn,
right.
yep. All right.
So you can pull off the chips. I'm going to go to the card here. If you want to bring up the command card, I'll explain to people what we're doing here. For those
And
that
we'll
watch
return
for-
to you your once lovely bulldog.
This, folks, is the Aces command card.
Okay, so at the end of each turn, we are going to go to the command card. Ours is obviously not going to be what you see on the screen, but this is an example that will be in the rule book that you do get with the Aces box sets. So each turn, the deck will take a set of criteria based on the game state, where units are, how many units have been destroyed, how much success it has, how much failure it's had, and then readjust its strategy as being either more aggressive, more objective oriented, or more defensive. Okay, so in this instance, we are going to go. I'll read down the strategy decisions on my card. You can see on the column 7 there on the example card. Okay, so on mine, it says, I'm going to go to card E if your objective is complete. That is not true. C if you lost more PV in units this turn. That's likely where we're going. If there are no enemies within 20 of your units, that is not true. And if you lost more PV units this turn. So, if you lost less PV. So we're going to go to C. We're going to become more defensive here. And we will change that up. And I will just make sure we have no battlefield support in this game. That's good. We will go to initiative now with Aces for those watching. When you lose initiative in Aces, the following turn, you gain +2.
I see.
However, you didn't.
No, but you were getting +2.
Oh, we gained +2.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
know that. What I also didn't know is
That's not
didn't
going to
really
save
help.
us.
no.
They've got a 5 in total.
I got a 5.
That's a reroll.
Good heavens.
Get rid of those dice.
I got a 9 this time.
Those are the misshapen dice.
These?
Yes.
All right. I mean, I know they have Steiner Fist on them.
Yeah,
and
get
I
rid of
consider them misshapen.
Use the red dice.
All right.
That's better.
Here we go. 6.
We got a 9.
I got a 9.
Okay.
Oof.
All right.
So we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units.
We are at
currently?
5 currently.
Okay, so 295.
So you'll move 2 at the end.
293.
So to update everyone, with those out of the way, our critical dice will now be the flat red dice.
283. So first up is the Manticore. On
I want to use the
aggressive-
light blue, but, you know, Joe's being a pain, so we're going to use the
You
white
can
still.
use the light blue.
On aggressive, the Manticore. If there is an ally within 24 and has lost more armor than you.
Yes.
Okay. Wants yellow being. Lowest TMM
Okay.
In what sense? It's
within closest unit with lowest TMM.
Closest unit would be either one of these two. They're split, so
range?
probably the Hellbringer.
Measured out. Front of the base to the.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I think that's about 13.
And the other one.
I think that's about 13.
Okay, so then it's going to go to next on the highest armor lost. Either of them.
Yes, that's the Night Jeer.
Okay. All right, so
That's
it
the Black
wants-
Lantern, but
Yes, it is. That is the Black Lantern.
Yeah,
You just want it
it's
to
been damaged.
oh
Yes.
yeah, it's
Okay.
got 1 pip of armor left.
So we want line of sight to at least one activated enemy.
Nope.
That can't do that.
First
so
move.
wants to move closest to its nearest ally
That I can do.
and wants cover from as many enemies as possible.
So probably right behind the
Yeah,
tree
it wants
there.
to move right here.
Yeah.
All right.
Archangel Lord, I missed that when you posted. Yeah, I love the Mad Dog as well. Admittedly, I'm more fond of the one with the Gauss rifles because that's hilarious, but cool mech.
Cool. Love it.
To you guys.
All right.
All right. Do we want to just move the Turkina up about 6 inches?
Can it walk?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I believe that verge is supposed to be more or less leaning down and not like
Sorry.
tilting in the air like that.
Yeah, you know what? I wasn't asking if Turkinas can walk at all because they don't look like they can. But yeah.
It looks like it's a turkey that has gotten so fat it can no longer fly.
All
Yes,
right,
yes, it has.
293. Next for the Aces deck is the pair of Bulldog, or the one
The
Bull remaining.
Bulldog.
The remaining bulldog.
All right. If unit deals greater damage than the armor of any activated unit within 30.
Not activated.
Balanced. If there are any activated units within 30.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Wants line of sight to the nearest activated. Wants cover from as many units as possible while moving closer to the target.
So I would like to move closer to the Turkina while not getting shot.
Wants to stay out of as many firing arcs as possible.
Honestly,
after
not that difficult. How far do bulldogs move again?
8.
8? Can I get the tape measure? Because I'm pretty sure that it could.
This Bulldog moves 6.
Oh, because it's been
He's
shot.
been shot.
Well,
Alright.
it can't really do it. It could go here.
As long as it's got partial cover, no one can see it.
Then you're in. Well, it can't get partial cover being a vehicle.
As long as it has partial cover, it is out of line of sight. Nobody can see it.
Then that's what it would prefer.
That's-
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what that means, right?
Okay.
Yeah. You can never get partial cover because if you have more than 50%, no one can.
But
shoot
it wants eyes on the.
eyes on the Turkina.
It
Okay.
can mostly manage that. Yes.
Cool.
Brave Bulldog crew.
I mean, in fairness, the Bulldog crew was not destroyed by a Turkina. The other Bulldog.
All right, so you guys.
All right. And I will throw down
He's howling for blood
your
here.
other TMM there.
All right. What do you think, Joe? Do we want to move this Hellbringer up and drop off some elementals?
If we're okay with the Lament coming around and saying hello in a minute. But I think we should. I think the Hellbringer should actually be on the board and under the camera.
Or we can just move the Night Gear up first if you'd like.
That is a Black Lantern.
No, this is a Night
Oh,
Gear.
you are actually trying to move the.
Mispronounced it twice.
It's gonna be a rough turn hitting things.
I hate you both.
It feels nice playing as a Northwind Highlanders, but I do feel like the urge for playing some bagpipes off my phone.
There are well, given that this is the Northwind Highlanders versus the Jade Falcons, I think this is entirely bagpipes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but both of them have bagpipes.
Yes, they're
Competing bagpipes trying to outdo each other.
I feel like this might actually be
I think we're
almost
just gonna move the Night
friendly
Gear up
for the
like-
Jade Falcons.
I think we're just
Almost.
gonna move the Night Gear up like here.
I mean, friendly by terms of Malvina's Mongols. Like,
Yes.
Friendly is like ripping your throat out with my teeth, but in an affectionate way.
Right.
Yeah.
Which,
Okay.
you know.
To the awesome. The awesome. If the ideal yellow is activated and within 42, yellow
2.
would normally have been the objective. It doesn't have an objective in this case, so it's
Okay.
going to go to the next in the column, which is the lowest target movement modifier.
Arguably the Turkina.
Turkina is
What would
42.
There are 2 of them. So what is the next tiebreaker?
Next tiebreaker is, well, they both
Did
highest
it say
armor
closest as well, though?
lost. Yeah, nearest.
Then
So nearest would be the Night Gear is the nearest thing with a 1.
Again.
Night Gear, whatever. Night Hero is what I will call it from now on, I swear to God.
Having a craving for Donairs now.
That's what I said, I want to go to Zets now.
All right, 26 from the Night Gear.
Okay. So it wants to move into medium range towards the target. Occupy wood covers from as many enemies as possible.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah,
No, I don't think I can walk that
Right.
far. Yeah.
that's fine. I think
Okay.
that's
It wants to cover and woods, right? That gives it partial cover.
As you wish.
All right. It's you guys.
All right.
What are we doing with our Mad Dog?
I think we should probably bring him up a bit. I don't like that he's hanging out back here. I think he needs to press. Ideally, I would just put him up a hill or bring him down here behind these trees for his current turn, but we need to get him in the game more. So it's 2 to go down, so we'll give him 8 inches of move. So I think the best thing we can do with him right now is basically bring him up to where the Lanner is.
Sure.
For those of you watching, please remember to like and subscribe. We are going to be bringing more content to you shortly after our convention foray for the next couple of weeks. For those of you not aware, we are going to be at Toronto Comic Con and Breakout Con next 2 weeks from now, followed by a road trip into America. And we're going to be going to
How many cons are you doing?
4 in about a week and a half.
Yeah.
So we'll be at Adepticon and the Secret Con.
These 3 are going to be they're going to be live broadcasting how much they're doing and how tired they are as I sleep soundly in my bed, not helping at all.
Now, we were
Monster.
Buy stock in Monster
Be-
Energy,
before the-
people. I
before the
may
day
have a
started-
problem.
Before the game started tonight, we were having our Sunday afternoon lunch, and we were thinking about, okay, what are some of the things we're going to do at Adepticon when we're there? Well, we do have a Magnificent 7 scenario that we've written that we're going to bring for everybody. So when we're there, we will have a table set up, a cool one like this, and we'll have the Magnificent 7 mechs there and a scenario for them fighting the Word of Blake. But we're like, you know what, we should probably come up with something, additional in addition to that, right?
Give the people what they want.
And of course, we know we like doing word plays with things and being smart asses about stuff. And I don't know if it was Henny or
Yeah,
Jesse.
it
It was
started
Henny,
with
Henny
Henny.
or Jesse, and he's like, we should really talk to Brian Young and do a parody. And me and Joe were looking, and he's like, what? And he goes, well, we should do our version of the Fox Patrol, Fochts. So I shot a quick message to Brian and say, you on board with us doing a parody of this? And he's like, yep. And so we'll be bringing to you a second scenario. It'll be the Fox Patrol, the Fochts Network guys, fighting the actual Fox Patrol for naming rights.
Yeah,
So
we're going to show up
we'll have
and
that there for
provide
you guys.
Brian and his crew with a cease and desist.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll go really well for us.
In mech form.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Movement.
We moved the Mad Dog.
You moved the Mad Dog?
Yeah.
So we are going to the Crusader.
We got 2 mechs left,
Yep.
so...
Crusader and the Phoenix Hawk and the
Lament. You'll move
Lament.
2 at the end.
Yeah. So the Crusader on 342. If there is any activated enemies in 42 and no enemies in 16, that has no line of sight to. No, he's going to go to balanced. Yeah. Okay. If there are no enemies within 16.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Range out to 30. Wants line of sight to red. Red being first objective, second most armor lost.
That would
within
be
30.
the Shadowcat. Nope.
No, that
Black
would be the
Lantern.
Black Lantern.
Am I pointing at the Black Lantern? It's hard to tell. From
Yes,
These
you
guys
are.
aren't hitting a thing today. They're misnaming mechs, mispronouncing
You
mechs.
could stand still, but the Aces deck would specifically request it.
That's correct.
So I would
Is it-
say
no. Hold on. We are only in whether or not we are going to stay in balance.
you are within balance then.
Okay. So now we want line of sight to at least one activated enemy. It wants
Yeah.
line of sight from. It wants to be out of line of sight from as many enemies as possible. It wants no unactivated units within 16, and it wants cover from everybody else if it can meet those conditions.
Can it pie slice the dropship to get line on only the Turkina?
It doesn't even need to do that much. The Night Jeer is behind a rock. The Mad Dog is behind a highway.
Yep.
It could probably just pivot around the tree.
Yeah, no, it'll get its TMM by doing that.
Yep. And then it'll probably remain a nice clean shot.
Cool.
Done.
And
All right.
hold on. It moves. What does it move?
8J.
8J.
Hold on. It moved 1. It's got trees.
Yep.
It's
Nothing-
It's got partial cover from everything else right now.
It can't.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's all I'm checking from this.
Yeah, it's got no eyes
Okay,
any-
he's good. He's good. He's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. And now that we have, now let's bring up
How many units do you have left to move? 2.
2.
Okay.
So we'll move 1. You'll move 2, and then we'll move 1 at the end.
Yeah.
Do we want to bring up the Blacklander, or do we want to finally bring the Hellbringer on screen?
I think I might just maybe sneak the Black Lantern in here somewhere.
He's really saving that Hellbringer for last.
Yeah. Well, you know.
What do you think, Joe? I mean,
I
we can
think
do
that
it,
we go back to first principles, which is 10 inches versus 18 inches. We go with the slower mech
All right.
first, bring it to the objective.
So he's
Based
only
on
going to
the
go
performance
8
so
because he's
far,
going to
I'm
drop his
surprised they're not
elementals
just
off.
calling it a whole bronger.
Yes.
So he's going to come up to here. He's going to go real stupid with that
Bulldog, Manticore.
Manticore. And I think he's out of line from the Bulldog.
You can
He
move him
might
a little
come
bit
up.
further over.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, and we're going to drop those elementals that are going to try.
All
and
right,
flip
Right
that,
on the objective,
we're going to try
look
and
at
flip
that.
that objective.
All right. Phoenix Hawk. If the ideal blue is activated and the unit can move behind it. Currently, he's not close enough to anything to get into the back 180 of anything, so it's going to go to balanced. If the ideal blue is activated, this will probably be true. Lowest TMM. That would be the turkey sitting
Yep.
on top of the bridge. So it'll stay unbalanced. Ground or jump if necessary.
So he does have improved jump shots.
It wants to stay out of as many enemy lines of sight as possible while occupying woods. It wants no unactivated units within 12 while moving closer to the big dirty bird.
So it's what, 12?
Can it get up behind that tree there with its improved jump?
Yeah, totally.
That would probably be where he would want to go.
Yep, I think so.
Is there a way he can get cover in trees with moving closer? He doesn't have to be that aggressive. Right?
You can move over behind the. Well,
Yeah, if he wants to call that.
I don't see a tree in the way there at all.
yeah. I would say
He
bring.
wants cover before trees.
Okay.
All right, well, then we can do 12. We can get him back here. Does he have a line of sight from back there?
No.
Yeah.
Is he a 12J or is he a 12-16J?
He is a 12-16.
16?
Yeah. He can actually get to the back arc, back 180 of the Turkina that get wanted.
Could he?
That's
With a jump of 16, he could do that.
That's 16, what I've got
Yeah.
right now. He can make it all the way out to here.
Yeah.
He's not in the back arc. He's right on the front.
Okay.
Because his middle arc. is
Granted,
right
that
there.
would still fulfill what he wants.
But he can go here now. That would have put him into aggressive. That would change his movement completely.
Okay.
Oh,
That's why he
oh, I
that's
see.
Why,
what-
that's why I'm distinguishing.
No, I'm simply saying the move over there into cover, where you're pointing,
here,
or
it's
up
fine.
on the that would actually be
Or
more
he can go
advisable
here.
for
Over
what
here.
I would want to play a Phoenix Hawk with.
Well, no, he's out of line of sight for anything on that side of the field. If he goes here, yeah, that's good. He can
Yep.
still see him.
Okay.
Yeah, you pass me a jump token to go with that?
Yep.
And now Paul's got to move mains as well.
And Mains wants to.
How do we not have a jump
If the
check?
ideal red enemy is activated and within 10, no. Balance, the ideal red is activated. Yes.
Ideal red at the moment is an
It
objective.
can be anything. Everything's close to him is activated.
But you said that ideal red is objective first, right?
No.
Oh,
was for the
no?
last-
That was yellow?
for the last yellow.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is right now, it doesn't matter the color. As long as there's something within the range that's activated, it'll automatically default
Sure.
to red. Therefore, he stays unbalanced.
Sure.
Okay. So now we're going to go to highest armor lost. That's who he's going to want to target within 14
Black
first.
Lantern? I was in 14.
No, the Black Lantern is not activated or within
first
14.
and then out to 24.
The Loki has lost one
Now
pip of
it's
armor,
24.
but it's
And 24.
Highest armor lost in 24 is the Hellbringer.
Yeah, Hellbringer.
Okay. So, ground or jump if necessary. Wants no unactivated units within 12 while moving closer to its target. Cover from as many enemies as possible. Occupy woods if you can.
easy.
Yeah.
Right here slices the pie perfectly. In fact, we're going straight from here, which is where Mains is, over to the Hellbringer right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And your last one?
And our last mech is the Black Lantern.
Which I think is probably going to go here and just stay out of cover
Sure.
because yeah.
You just wanna keep it hidden?
I mean, unless we can find a better point to hide it up front, and I don't see that.
Here, we got 18 inches to play with.
Could we get him in here? Would anything be able to see him? Yes, the Awesome.
Awesome would see him.
The Crusader would be able to see him.
Okay.
All right,
Soft
if we're going to
enough.
play it nice and careful, we'll bring him around all the way in here. That's another
Bring
to
him
there.
in just right up here, yeah.
Yep, unfortunately, he will be leaving screen for now. Oh, just barely. He's here. We'll hug him to the building to say hello.
All right.
As long as we can see his arm, it's a legal move.
Thank you.
All right, so we go to the firing phase.
So-
Firing phase, the Aces deck is going to shoot first this turn. So the first one up for the Aces deck is going to be the Manticore. Manticore at 283 on his initiative score. Now, Jess, you want to bring it up on the anatomy of a regular card. So, for those of you watching for the first time, if you keep hearing me say the initiative number, in the top right corner of each card is a number, okay? There's one on each side. The front side of your card, obviously, is your movement and objective targeting decision making. When you go to the firing phase, you flip the card over, and then it'll give you your firing priorities. That number is not always the same on front and back. In some instances, it changes. Okay. In my instance here, it's the same as the example card on the screen. Okay. So first thing that is a priority to the Manticore would have been attacked by an ally this turn because he's the first to go.
No.
Doesn't have that, so we're going to go to the second, which is yellow on the command list. Yellow would be objective. It doesn't have an objective, so it's going to go to the lowest TMM within 24.
What can the Manticore actually? Oh, it's going to go into that Hellbringer.
Yeah.
Pretty easily, it's going to go into the Hellbringer. It's a nice, clean shot. It's looking for.
Range medium?
Oh, sorry.
Or no, what's
Lowest TMM?
Yeah,
is
it's,
first.
it's the elementals.
It's the elementals.
Elementals. So, 3 sets of dice. At base 4, medium range 6. Elementals are a 1/7s.
Yes. Now it is a vehicle firing into infantry, so that would add 1 to the target modifier. So
8s.
And I think there's a tree in the way.
no, the tree. They're both.
Okay.
Yeah.
8s.
Throwing 3,
3
looking
dice
for
and
8s.
That seems low.
I'm throwing it anyway.
All right.
Jinkies. 1. No, sorry, 2. That's
All right.
That's better.
So that strips the armor off the elementals.
Okay.
Cool. Next is going to be 293, the Bulldog.
All right.
Within 24, highest structure lost.
Bulldog, I think, can only see the Turkina.
Okay.
It moved accordingly to accomplish just that.
Yeah.
So
Bulldog's
Bulldog,
at
right?
range what? Medium?
Yep.
So Bulldog is going to be at base 4, range 6, 1/7.
Seven.
And there's a tree in the way.
the tree's a little low.
Yeah.
Given
Okay.
how high
Yeah.
the tree
Forget it.
is.
Forget it. Forget it.
So 7s?
Yep.
Throwing 3, looking for 7. Folks at home, don't forget to like and subscribe. We get some numbers up. You may be able to help me with my dice rolls. Looking for 7s. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Folks at home, was that you? Did you do that? Did you like and subscribe and help my dice rolls? Big hugs.
I'll say
All right.
this. If you like and subscribe, actual membership to the channel, we will play next week in full cosplay.
Wow.
Full
I'm not here
cosplay.
next week.
Give me
Good deal.
give me
Do it.
5 memberships, full cosplay next weekend.
I don't have
5
a
memberships.
cosplay.
Okay?
Yo,
There's
you.
a costume shop downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Next
fair
is
enough.
going to be
I mean, we'll be humiliated.
the
but
awesome on 295. Within 6, attacked by an ally this turn. Nothing. Out to 24, attacked by an ally this turn.
I don't think anything is
That
within
could be
20.
close. I don't know. I don't think he's probably like 30, maybe a little less, 27.
I think he's 28 or so. Oh no, he's 24 exactly.
No, go back. You got to measure from the front, right?
No, he was, but very loosely. It's
Yeah.
still
You
24.
good?
Yeah.
It's okay. So he's going to
Yeah.
fire at the turkey. He's going to be at base 2, range 6.
Through a
One for him,
tree.
7s.
And a tree.
And a tree is 8s. Is not going to overheat, so he's going to be firing on 4 sets of dice on 8s.
Okay.
Throwing 4, looking for 8s. No. Total whiff.
Wow.
Jesse,
Maybe
All
those
right.
Bulldogs were onto something.
we will do as pilots because I don't have enough time. Number 1 to make cardboard mech suits, and 2 would be knocking terrain over like we were all named Henny.
It was actually smart that they asked.
I
what
was
the
going to say,
costumes were.
we could do Comstar robes, but then I'll be knocking terrain over even more. So you know what? Let's not go there.
So the Crusader on 602, within 24, if there are no enemies within line of sight, use a direct fire. He can clearly see the Trakina, so he wants to go after the lowest TMM within 24. I think that's going to be the Trakina. It's going to be close.
Check the distance to the Hellbringer.
He's at 26, I'm guessing.
check distances.
Classic, or if you're disappointed, don't forget that cosplaying as mech warriors, like pilots, means big helmets. Like real big hats.
Unless you're clanners, which is part of the reason I was
What's he
considering
within
making the
24
shift.
of?
He's within 24 of the
Okay,
Hellbringer.
so he's going to fire at the Hellbringer.
This is why we don't want me in mech suits or Comstar robes.
Let's get some dry erase markers and do the EI tattoos.
All right. So the Crusader
Ooh. No.
is at medium range, so he's on 4 sets of dice. He's base 3, 4, 6. Hellbringer went for what?
8.
8.
+2, so 8.
8. No trees.
No
No cover.
No.
It's weak.
8s. 4
Yeah,
dice on
We'll call it
8s.
nothing.
4 dice on 8s. Oh, Andrew, you wish.
Andrew, you buy 5 memberships, I'll show up in a fur coat.
Oof. Okay, well, Snake Eyes and my crit dice. 1 hit, but there
One hit.
were...
On to the Hellbringer. By the way, I should point something out. If we're talking about costumes, I noticed it earlier. Can you briefly bring up the commander profile, the Star Captain?
Oh, sure.
The colors are wrong. I'm wearing the jacket.
You are.
Pretty
It's
much,
got the
yeah.
pads and everything.
Pretty, yep.
Okay. Lament, mains.
Yeah.
Within 6. Anything in the back?
No.
24 back? Nope.
Nope.
Go to red. Red would be highest armor lost.
That would be
within
the Hellbringer.
6 and then 24.
That would be the Hellbringer.
Okay. So mains.
Because it can't see the Trakina, because it tried to avoid getting
He's at
seen by
medium range.
the- Yep.
Okay. He's on 5 sets of dice. Base 3. He's going to be 3, 5, Hellbringer 7s.
He wanted partial cover, I believe, on his move, so 8.
8s. There you go.
Sorry, how many throwing looking for 8s?
Who wanted partial cover?
The Lament
Mains.
wanted partial cover.
Yeah, the Lament doesn't. Lament's partial cover is irrelevant to what he's shooting at. Does it? What he's shooting at have partial cover?
Partial cover's 2-way. It's Alpha Strike.
No, it's not. Distance away.
Fair enough.
Distance away, right? That's all I'm asking. Is there partial cover there?
I don't know. I don't
Like
want to.
laser?
There's nothing to check. It's a ruling, not
It's a height thing more than anything else. It's
Yeah.
is
I
that
wouldn't know anything about that.
Jesse is
So
standing up for those. Of,
I'm
anybody,
actually on an
if
Apple
anybody's
box
watching,
right
I'm
now.
going to be honest with you. I do think there's probably partial.
so give him 8s then. He's on 8s.
All right, so 8s. How many am I
He's at
throwing?
8s, right? Is that what he worked out? 8s. He's at 4. He's at 3, range 5. He went for
2.
1.
7, and then 1 for the cover is 8s.
Andrew gifted 5 memberships, so that's you're getting into a wolf suit, buddy.
All right, it is what it is.
No. Don't let Andrew dictate which costume. That was never part of the deal.
Roll.
Hey, given recent events in Battletech, is a wolf suit not just no shirt?
Well, you're going to be wearing no
Wait a
shirt, not me.
No, I'll go for the neuro helmet, but I did not sign up for wolf suit. You said
See,
that.
the biggest problem that Alaric Ward is having governing Earth is no shirt, no shoes, no service rules.
Andrew, thank you very much, my friend. And on that, you're going to roll 5 8s on 5 sets of dice.
8s on 5 sets of dice. Yes, in all seriousness, thank you, Andrew. We're all looking forward to seeing Paul in a bathing suit.
No, we're not.
Okay, here we go.
I really do not need to see that old picture of Sean Connery from Logan's Run recreated.
1 hit.
That was a deep cut.
Miss. 2 hits. 2 hits.
Really? Okay. Armor is stripped on the Hellbringer.
I mean, this is still me rolling.
That's true. It just looked like a much better roll from where I was sitting.
Lastly, the Phoenix Hawk, all the way over here, they only has line of sight to 1 unit, so I don't have to
Absolutely.
go through everything. Gonna
Turkey
be
shoot.
at, it's going to be close. We're going to have to measure it. It might
Yeah.
be right on the cusp of long range, because if he is, he can't shoot.
Okay, so from the front of my thing.
Oh, I'll find some fur-covered thing downstairs
you're
in the costume room to
You're
wear
in
next
like,
week.
yeah, it's
Within
20,
24?
23 inches or something.
So he's on 3 sets of dice.
Yep.
Base 4, range 6. 1 for him is 7.
7.
Looking for 7.
I'd argue there's some cover in the way there, but that's
2 hits.
Where?
What's the other?
in the top
Here?
of the building. And
What's the
yeah,
white dice there?
No.
And the
4
4
he's
and
got no
4 makes 8.
We don't even need to argue about it. He hit anyway.
okay, cool.
All right.
Oh, wait, why am I doing that with my
And
fork?
that is it for the Aces.
Because it's fun. All right. Well, then it's time for the Jade Falcons.
All right, so the elementals are going to flip and 1 dice on a 6, and so Jaffrey is in this one. So we got Jaffrey off the board with the what's it called? Mobile HQ. She went to the Mobile HQ instead of being medevaced. So that is actually 2 points down, 1 for the investigation, 1 for finding Jaffrey.
Nice.
So we are now tied with the Falcons. If we can take out anything else,
We are the
or,
Falcons.
Sorry, we're now tied with the Wolves. If we can take out anything else, we get a bonus going into next game.
Well.
All right.
Speaking of taking stuff out.
Yes, we should probably do some of that.
All right. Should we Hellbringer to the Manticore in short range?
That's probably the smart play.
Let's do it. We are skill 3. There is a tree for 4. TMM to 5. Do we want to overheat looking for 5s, or do we want to stay on
I don't
4s?
think we need to, because I don't think we have enough things in line of sight to bother with overheating right now.
Okay. Let's throw 4 dice looking
Who's
for
this at?
5s into the Manticore.
All right. You want me to continue rolling, Joe, or you want to throw some dice?
My arms aren't that long. I'm on a box 2.
Okay, that is 1 miss.
Oh, how
So
many hits
3
is that?
3 hits. And
3 armor left, 3 structure left.
6 is a motive crit, no motive crit. All right. Then we're going to dump the... You said 3 and 3?
Yep.
I think we dump the Night Jeer in then. That would be probably the edge of medium range.
You know, we were gracious there and didn't give you guys the +2 to hit because of his lack of good English.
We're being very forgiving Highlanders.
Yes.
I thought it was only for the Night Jeer. Okay. Night Jeer is medium range, I believe.
That's a +1.
Yeah.
He pronounced it correctly.
Did he say jeer?
Yes.
Jeer that time.
I thought he said
Yeah.
jeer.
Okay, so the not a Greek sandwich that we're going to talk about is at medium range. He is a skill 3. The Manticore
Skill 2.
went for. Oh yes,
she
he's-
is a skill 2.
She's a skill 2. I
Yeah,
forgot. I
that's our
apologize.
character.
This is Stephanie. So 2, 1 for the Manticore, 2 for medium range, 1 for the tree. Brings us to 7s.
I wasn't counting, but that sounds right.
2,
Fives.
6. Sorry, 2,
No,
4.
7s. Yeah.
Oh, we're a
5,
medium. Yes,
7.
7 is absolutely correct.
Okay.
Has to be.
And that is 5 pairs of dice.
That is at short, and it is 6 pairs of dice.
That's part of the flattening of the scenario, right? In the lore, Stephanie
It's the
Chieftain's a
5.
Turkina pilot.
Yes, that was somebody goofed.
Okay,
Oh,
Somebody goofed while putting skills on.
got it.
it's okay.
All right.
Roll.
Anyway,
So 6 dice, looking for 7s.
not 6 dice, 6 pairs of dice.
6 pairs of dice, looking for 7s.
Okay.
They knew what I meant. Come on.
I think we all knew. Yeah.
I was apparently confused. All right, so
Move that
I've
back
got
a little bit there off the screen so people can see it all.
No, towards yourself there.
Yeah, there we go.
Annie.
There we go.
Yeah.
Still.
We got it. We
Yeah.
go back to counting.
1 miss, 2 miss, 3 miss. So it's going to be 4 hits.
This is on the Manticore again.
Manticore, so that'll be a
1
crit
crit.
and a motive crit, right?
Yep.
No. 3 hits, not 4 hits. He misspoke.
It was 4. I screwed up when I moved him.
Okay. Either way.
All right.
It's fine.
So 6 would be the motive crit, which is nothing, I think. That is correct. And boxcars would be the...
That was the Night Jeer again.
Yeah, would be the crit, which I believe is a crew stunned.
Crew killed, I think.
We have the we actually have the cheat sheet right down here. I just need to find it.
Stop trying to make me
On
mispronounce
the
Night
reference
Jeer.
card, it's in the bottom corner.
There it is. All right, sorry, you rolled a
Box
12.
card.
boxcars. That is engine hit on vehicles.
Oh,
If the first engine hit, well, yes, yeah. So it's an engine hit, as it always happens in Alpha Strike.
Cool.
So for vehicle units, the first engine hit will half and or rounded down the unit's move, TMM, and damage values at all range brackets, which is
Fine.
much more devastating
Yep.
than in on a mech.
Okay.
All right. What have we? We've done the Night Jeer. We've done the Hellbringer. Has the Vulture, the Mad Dog, fired anything?
The Mad Dog has not fired, nor has the Turkey.
All right.
The
So.
Manticore's got 2 structure left.
All right. Can the Mad Dog see the Manticore? That should be quite a difficult shot.
Yeah, I don't think he can.
Okay, because it's partial cover or nothing, you said?
Yes.
So then, no, you can't see anything. Can it see anything across the table? Can it see the awesome, maybe? No, it's through the highway.
No, I think the only thing it would be able to shoot might be the Crusader.
I could shoot the Crusade?
Or mains, maybe.
No, no way on mains.
Okay.
100% no way on mains. So then I think it's just blanked on shots.
It does have indirect, so if
Oh,
the Turkey
yeah.
wants to spot for it, then whatever the Turkey shoots. it
All
can
right,
pot at.
let's. So what's the turkey shooting?
Turkey.
Ha, turkey shooting.
Yeah.
Turkey's probably going to shoot the Bulldog that shot it.
Oh my, okay.
That's what I was saying.
We're
Brave
just
Bulldog.
Yeah, we're just evaporating a bulldog. All right,
Fire
so
away.
Yep.
Bulldog's got 2 armor, 3 internal left.
Skill 3, 5 for range. We omitted the tree from the bulldog's shot. 3, 5, 6.
Okay.
So many guns in the turkey.
Yep. So 6 dice for 6.
This is causing me hives that these don't match size-wise. Oof. All right. So I got 1 miss. I got 2 misses. I got 3 misses.
How many
So
hits do you
Man,
have?
yeah, that's not useful information.
So
Count
three
the
hit-
hits.
Tell me how many hits.
3
6,
hits.
right?
3 hits.
Yeah.
3 hits. Okay, roll crit.
She has 6, right?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Okay. So we're rolling
Roll a crit.
crit.
I hope that bulldog crew is fine.
That is a 7.
They are fine.
All right.
I'm suddenly rooting for them again.
Okay, and then we would have the Mad Dog back here.
Yeah, the Mad Dog would be going indirect with a spotter that's shot.
Yeah.
So it would be 3,
What was he
5,
shooting at?
5, 6,
Bulldog.
8s.
5 for the spotted shot, medium range, 8s.
Yeah. All right. And what's his IF profile? 2?
2.
Or
I have 2.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew, I agree with you. Hungry Like the Wolf was actually pretty good. It like the mech battle scenes. actually
that's
felt
going to be
like
1 more hit.
real BattleTech battles, and then the longing scenes.
Crit is a
Kind
5,
of dug it.
which on the vehicle chart I
On
believe
a
is something.
vehicle
On a
chart,
mech it's not.
on a vehicle chart, it is fire control.
All right.
Remember, new critical charts for vehicles in
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
Coming soon to a table
Fire
near
control.
you.
Okay, he's got 1 internal left.
Unfortunately,
Alright.
that box that he just tapped is not visible
Yep.
in frame right now.
At all.
It's a lovely box, though.
It
yes,
is.
it is. It is quite nice. Anyway, we won't say things like that.
Nope.
All right. So, I believe that concludes our firing, unless I miscalculated.
Yeah,
Joe?
this is behind a wall.
This
The
yeah.
elementals did their thing. The Turkina's fired. Yeah, we're good.
You
Okay.
good?
Yep.
Yep. So turn.
Remove the markers. I will go to the cards. Nope. So if you lost more PV of units this turn, we didn't lose anything this turn, believe it or not.
Yep. Actually, that means that movement profiles are back to normal.
We do have a unit within 18 of us, though, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we are going to switch to D.
Thank you.
But for those of you who didn't miss it, I realize you've been talking about this in Shades. BattleTech's first romance novel came out recently by, is it Christina York?
Yes.
I think, called Hungry Like a Wolf. It's not exactly canon, but it's a surprisingly good read. I kind of expected it to be a joke, but it was actually a good novel. It's on sale now at the Catalyst site. Obviously, it's a bit tongue-in-cheek, but it's a lot of
A
fun.
bit.
A bit. There's some real battle mech action in there.
So if you bring up the command card again, please.
I definitely can do that.
All right. On the command card, you can see in the column right below the letter B, labeled number 3, there's usually a special rule or instruction in there at the start of the turn. For us on this one, on the D card for the deck that we are using, that we're playtesting here, it gives me the ability to assign the move last token to your unit with the highest short range damage and lowest armor. Okay, so the move last token is a token that comes with your Aces set, and it's a way to change up the cards a little bit and be a little gamey with it, right? So we are going to do that. We are going to, our unit with the highest short range damage and lowest armor would be the Bulldog that's heavily damaged. Okay, and we will do that. So he does win initiative. Okay.
Andrew is asking if there's any advice for playing Alpha Strike in a tournament setting.
Oh, and I did answer him in text. I didn't want to interrupt, but I basically said, short version, it does depend on the format, but when you're creating a force,
I think you want initiative anyway.
make sure that
+2.
make sure that each of
Yeah, I
your
think you want
combat
initiative
elements can serve more than one role for that sake of flexibility.
Yes, we want initiative. We got a 9 + 2.
Yeah.
Andrew, my advice is try to make sure you don't get seeded against Austin Ramsey. She is our local Toronto Alpha Strike champion, and she is vicious.
Andrew, as always, redundancy, weight of dice. Pick a strategy, find a way to consistently achieve that strategy, and do it well. Repeat and rinse. Repeat and rinse. Don't
And
get
please
cute.
don't bring a Battletech or a battleship this time.
Build a Dungeons and Dragons party. If you show up at a tournament trying to do too many things with too many units, you're gonna fail. But if you show up trying to do one thing and you do it really well, you're going to have success. Austin continuously slaps everybody around the battlefield because she is very good at redundancy and weight of dice. Remember that.
Roll 12s.
How damaged is this Turkina before I do
Moderately. It's 3 armor left, 5 structure.
this? Might be better to jump in.
If they go for it, they're very distracting. We can do other things.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, so first for the Aces deck is going to be mains.
Mains. All right, well.
If there is an ally within 24 that has lost more armor than you, stay on aggressive.
Yes, these guys would be within 24, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't even...
Mains is
you know.
going to come forward in a protective manner. Within 14 wants line of sight to yellow. Yellow first is objective. No objective here, so most structure lost.
Would the elementals not count as objective?
No.
Okay.
The Aces deck has no objectives in this game.
Okay.
You have all the objectives, right?
Fair enough.
So, and I'll clarify this too for people. When you see the card that says objective, unless you actually have an objective in the sortie, which they are referred to as sorties or missions or scenarios, it's not subjective. So unless it's written and says you have an objective, i.e. go after this building or go after this unit,
I actually
then
did do that last week with
it would
the
do,
elementals.
Yeah, it would
they were
mean that
dismounted for the
the Aces
explosives.
deck would go after it. If it's just something that makes sense, no, go by the word of the rule, word of the card. Okay. That said, we're going to go to yellow. So yellow would have been objective, no objective. So most structure lost within 14.
Okay.
Nothing. Nothing has lost structure.
Okay, so then we are going to go to highest armor lost.
That would be the Turkina, who has lost more armor than any other mech has
There we go. So
total.
towards the Turkina. Ground or jump if necessary. I don't think the Lament jumps, does it? No. Okay, so
I'm gonna shoot mains
it
off the
wants
board
line
this
of line of sight to at least one activated enemy.
Which it could
Which
do.
is the Turkina is the only
Turkina.
activated.
Move closer to the nearest ally, while gaining cover from as many enemies as possible.
Closer to the nearest ally. I think that just brings it back this side
No,
of the
no.
landing.
Well,
While maintaining line of sight to the Dirty Bird.
Yeah, so if it came around to this side of the launch pad, it still has cover for most folks.
That's
They
right.
can see the
Yep.
turkey. It's closer to the
Yeah, is
turkey.
that
It's gonna
closer
come
to that
closer to
than
the
the-
field hospital. He's coming back to protect the field hospital after you took
Okay.
Sure.
the HQ. Is what he's doing.
But still hiding
Yeah.
behind there for
Yeah.
cover. Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Joe, could you give that just a little nudge for me,
Which
please?
is kind of cool. You see how the
Yeah.
you can see him from there. Yeah, as long as he has line of sight, he's good.
Yep. All right, and I believe I ended up...
You do have
Put him-
aces
no, hold
plus
on.
2.
You're being too gracious with him. right up against it, then there's no doubt, right,
All right.
that he will have cover, right? And he can say line of sight like that, correct?
I can't.
I've got an egg in the way.
Yeah, so do I.
Andrew, remember?
So does Mains and the Turkina.
Yeah.
He needs to move out more.
There we go.
Andrew, remember
he
Tommy
needs to
can't
move out
hear.
more.
He's
Yeah,
watching
that's
this on
fine.
mute, so he doesn't know about the fursuit. Be sure to describe that to him.
Okay, to you guys.
Oh, is Tommy on stream next week?
No, Tommy's in the chat, but he's
Okay.
he's listening to us on mute while he's working on some
Tommy
other stuff.
Gofton only gets allowed in this office, this Battletech studio, if we invite him now.
How damaged is this?
He has to play nice.
This night. This
Where's
night gear is
plus
not
two?
damaged.
The
is
He's
it?
a
night
plus.
gear
Oh, you got
is
him. He's
fresh.
got a +2.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna do something stupid.
That is pretty stupid.
I didn't do it for you. I did it for the meme. What? Oh,
Why
he
not?
wants
Why
to make a
jump it?
meme of
Just
me
go down.
wearing the.
Yeah, the wolf
Can
suit.
he
The
get
wolf
line
suit?
of sight
That's
on
okay.
Mains down there?
I think so.
You'll have lots of good
That's line of
photos. I'll
sight,
take
right?
some selfies
Oh
for
yeah.
you.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I can do that. That is a better move.
I
did
mean,
not-
there's still cover, but
yeah, I didn't think he had line of sight. On
Next is going to be
this dropship egg is messing with me a little bit when it comes to cover.
Manticore. If there are any activated enemies within 12,
Yep.
aggressive. Within 12, it wants the activated yellow being most structure lost,
Nope. No structure.
highest armor lost.
Turkina.
Okay. The Highlanders have decided that the Turkina needs to be eliminated, which kind of makes
Yeah.
sense. All right, move behind the target
it can do.
while moving closer. Cover from as many enemy units as possible. Occupy woods if it can.
Here.
Can it go that far?
Has it taken a motive hit?
That's what I thought it
This
had.
is
I
the
might be wrong.
Manticore. He's
Yeah.
moving 4.
He's moving 4. He
Yes.
can get here.
Sad trombone.
It's had bagpipes. We
Sad
covered that. We
bagpipes.
covered this last week.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
So it's going here,
Okay.
which is admittedly for the moment behind the.
And it's got no TMM.
Correct. So I will put a blank check.
Yeah.
Not a blank check. That's not the right word.
blank token.
Blank token.
Okay.
All right. Fire away, guys.
All right.
moving.
What are we doing with this here?
Nothing yet.
Black Lantern. Nothing yet. All right.
Let's try to.
Mad Dog. Mad Dog's further.
Yeah,
furthest
I
out.
mean, Mad Dog's. Yeah, we'll do the Mad Dog.
Sure.
Um,
Just bring him straight up. I would say.
Yeah.
He can move. He can move 10. It's just a nice, solid move. It can engage with the. It can engage with the.
I mean, it can go right behind the Manticore.
No, it can't. It can't walk through the Manticore.
No, that's true. Yeah, it can't get through.
Yeah,
that,
it could
right.
walk up to the Manticore.
I don't know if I would worry about that though. I almost feel like I would bring him up here behind this tree.
Were you trying to
although I
move?
can't go that far.
Mad Dog.
Bring the Manticore up here, or bring the Mad Dog up here. We can stick those
Yeah.
on the.
Sure.
All right. Next for the Aces deck is the Crusader. Crusader on aggressive. If there are any activated enemies within 42, yes.
Oh yeah.
No
Scored.
enemies within 16, yes. And the unit has no line of sight to any enemy. Not true.
16. Not true.
Going to balance.
Got plenty of lines.
If that had been true, the card as a missile boat would have said stand still,
Yeah.
and then it would have started firing indirectly. Balance. If there are no enemies within 24,
That's
nope,
not true.
he's going to be cautious because he saw that Turkina walk up on the bridge.
Yep.
Nearest wants no line of sight to anybody. Wants to be minimum 12 from any enemy. Wants out of many enemy line of sights as possible. Cover from everybody else. Occupy woods if you can.
So it doesn't care about anything. It just wants to not have eyes on.
It wants no line of sight to anybody. It wants to step back
It
and
wants to go behind the
I want to
dropship.
fire missiles blindly next turn and not get shot at this turn.
Wants to stay nice and safe behind the dropship where it's got nothing that can look at it.
Crusader moves 8. Yep.
Yeah. Perfect.
And you got a token and you guys are up.
Yep, we're set.
So we. How many mechs do you have left to move, Paul?
We have
We're
the
one- we're
Phoenix
1-1.
Hawk and the
We're
Manticore.
1-1 even with the elementals on the board.
And the Bulldog.
That's why we're one.
Sorry,
Oh, okay.
sorry. We have the Bulldog moving last. We have... Sorry, I moved the wrong guy. That's why. Sir. We just moved the Crusader. Put in the
Okay.
wrong pile. So we have... We'll go this back again. We have the Bulldog moving last. We have the Awesome to move. We have the Phoenix Hawk to move.
Okay, so we got 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're doing exactly what we
Do
expect.
we want to do stupid things with elementals?
How stupid?
Swarm the.
Yes, I do want to swarm stuff.
Kind of what I want to do with the little guys.
Yep. So we're bringing elementals in to swarm the Manticore. Which, if you are a tanker, that would be one of the most terrifying experiences of your life.
Our friend in the awesome over here. On the sniper profile, aggressive. If there is an activated enemy in your current line of sight, and no unactivated units within 16, and this unit either occupy woods or has cover versus all enemies, stand still.
Yes.
Absolutely. Such a cool card. Perfect in this scenario because that's an awesome sitting behind the hill, behind a tree, staring at a Turkina that he's about to blow off the bridge.
I think
which is
The
really
words
cool.
turkey shoot do come to mind.
I
here.
Which
think
is
the way,
really, really cool.
I think the way the Aces deck handles snipers and strikers is what I'm most impressed about its behavior when I see it do stuff like this. No, it stands still. You're good.
Yeah.
We've got the Hellbringer to go,
Yeah.
Yep.
and the and the Black Lantern, which I believe. I mean, unless we're scared of the Bulldog, I believe it's time to bring the Black Lantern around.
We can do that for sure, or we can. I mean, the Bulldog's gonna move last anyway.
Yeah.
So if
we
we
lost
want to
initiatives.
move the Loki up, we can move the Loki up as well. That would be the other alternative.
Let's hold on. Can I get the tape measure? Because
I wonder if we've got some folks at home who are a little confused. Yes, the Hellbringer and the Loki are the same mech. This isn't a case of them mispronouncing Nightjeer. This is actually a thing about Battletech that I think is a problem with the franchise, is that many mechs have two names.
What's 18 inches, Joe?
this is 18 inches right here,
Okay.
Some
which
have
gets
3.
us behind.
This be 18 inches, so we can drop the elementals off.
I mean, if you want
I
to be
think that
boring,
one has
yes,
4.
let's do that.
And we can do it your way. I'm cool with that. Will that get us out of mains as line of sight? too?
Yes, it'll get us.
Then do that.
Okay, so we're gonna get the. This is behind mains here. In rear arc, not. Sorry,
don't-
not in.
I don't think so. The
Rear arc is in the back 180.
Yeah, we're just getting.
yeah. So this is off of his back
Yeah.
hex.
I mean, you're not
Oh,
getting
so it's
you're
right
not-
on the
yeah,
line.
You're right.
All right, well, let's move it up to the objective. Let's
You're
just.
trying to get the extra die, right?
No. We're
we
just
were just trying to get it out of it not
Out
shot.
of his front. Yeah.
See, that's as far as we go with 18. It's not that far.
No. But
So-
we could, yeah, okay, and we can't sprint and deploy, so.
So why don't we slice the pie on the Crusader then?
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go here, ensuring that mains can't see us.
What about the awesome over there? Can it see?
I don't think the awesome's gonna go for us. We're
It's
gonna be
Possible it could see it, but I doubt it's a
Okay.
primary target.
yeah. We're gonna be having we're gonna be on +4 at
Okay,
long
yeah,
to
alright.
the Turkina, which is
Yeah,
+1 at medium.
All right, Phoenix Hawk. Phoenix Hawk cannot meet the aggressive. It's going to balanced. If the ideal red is activated, the red being the most medium damage within 24. I'm going to guess that it is the
It's either that or the night
Turkina?
gear. It's
There's
either
not-
that or the night gear. They're tied at medium.
night what?
Night gear. They're tied at medium.
You said gear. I heard gear.
You said gear first, then you said gear, and you asked for clarification.
Yeah, yeah.
Just keep switching it up on them. They won't know what's real anymore.
It's a
Hero!
night- It's a night jar.
It's a
Night
measure.
hero!
Let's measure it. Make sure which one's which.
Right. Phoenix Hawk to Turkey.
Yeah, because he's going to move closer. To
Oh, it
somebody,
probably
right?
is the. Yeah, that is that one.
Slightly, I
It's
think.
21, and then I can't even see the.
Pronounce this word in the Queen's English, please.
Lieutenant.
There you go.
It's about the same.
About the same?
Yeah.
So then it's going to go to highest point value.
Turkey.
Turkey. All right. Line of sight only to target ground movement. Wants to stay out of line of sight from everybody else while slightly moving closer, which would be zoop,
Okay.
and then nobody else can see him, correct?
The Turkina still could. You need to move a little bit
No,
further.
he wants to see the
Oh,
Turkina.
no. But do you want to get into the Turkina's back 180?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Wants to move closer to the target, wants out of line of sight from everybody. Final thing, if he couldn't, he wants his cover from as many people as possible. So no one else can see him right now because of this, because that's only the Hellbringer or Loki that's over there,
The
right?
only,
Hellbringer's the only thing
the
left.
only reason I'm
That's why I
asking
don't
is
do
there
it
is a level of thinking for the deck. Can he get a little bit further over with cover.
If he gets a little bit further over, he doesn't get shot.
That's exactly what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
where
about.
we're at.
No, you could still be shot here.
Oh, yeah,
If
here.
you move over to there, that's a much better place for him because that's still cover. That's still.
That's moved already.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
The only thing that hasn't moved is the Hellbringer.
Yep. As
Yeah.
long as the
Yeah,
Hellbringer's where
over here, behind a
Hellbringer's
rock.
right here.
he's behind a rock.
Hellbringer
Yeah.
could
Yep,
like
that's
pop over
He
here.
could.
if he wanted
He could.
to.
That is a
doesn't
risk.
know
Nope,
yet,
that's
but-
good. That's
Okay.
good. That is good.
All right. Speaking of the Hellbringer, I believe it's the last move before they move
Yep.
their bulldog.
Yep.
So where are we headed?
I got two thought processes on this.
Mm.
The first one would be that we can squeeze out here, get a line on the Awesome, and then we dump into the Awesome to try and take the Awesome off the board because that'll be VP.
Yep.
The other VP is to take mains off the board, and we already have the Trakina and the Night Gear lined up on that.
Like what?
And we're on turn 3 if you want to move that up the dial.
Oh yeah, I have the initiative marker.
The Night Hero.
I would. If we don't want to do that, do we want to bring it up simply
that
over
was the
here
other thing that
to
we-
invest for
yeah.
next turn?
Well, I mean, it would also have line on the Awesome there too.
Let's do that.
Just think of how much more damage the Awesome could penetrate. It's not the Awesome.
It's not going to do that. Yep. Let's go here.
All right.
And we're not thinking in terms of the Awesome's not going to do that because we understand the card. We're just thinking about what the Awesome moved to do. The fact that this is a more damaged target, this is the most dangerous thing that the
If
Awesome
that gets
can see.
if that gets
A
shut off
human
the
player
board,
would
then
make
things
the same
change.
decision.
Exactly.
They want to take things off the board as soon as possible. Dividing fire, big no-no.
Right.
All
We're not. Yeah. The point is, I'm not thinking for the card from the card. I'm thinking in general.
Okay. We go to the last unit to move, the Bulldog tank. Aggressive. If the ideal red enemy is activated and within 18, red being the most medium damage.
Quite possibly. What is the ideal red?
Medium damage.
Most
Most
medium,
medium
Yeah,
damage?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. It wants no unactivated enemies within 12. It's fine. Move closer to the target. Occupy woods. Cover from everybody else.
Can I get into those woods behind the Night Gear?
Yeah, I would say its best move, if it's going to be aggressive, it can go here. That gives it cover from basically everything. It gets eyes off from the Hellbringer off of it. I would say
Nothing
and
else can see
Can
it,
it
yeah.
move its full distance?
The Bulldog's moving 6.
No.
It's
yeah.
moving 6. It can it can still make it there.
Okay.
Yeah. There
And
we
it's
go.
got no TMM.
That is
So the brave Bulldog crew has become a smart Bulldog crew.
yes. Very smart, in fact.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
facing the wrong way, though. Should be facing the turkey.
Well, these actually have the same
Medium
The
damage.
the same
Then
medium
we
damage.
have we have to go as high as point value. We
Then-
have to
then it's a
delineate
turkey.
between them, right? We
Then
have to.
it's a
We have to.
turkey.
Yeah.
Does it want cover from the turkey?
No, he wants cover from everybody.
Then
minus-
that's still the best place for it. It's not
yeah,
going to be
just
able
have
to.
him facing the other direction, face it towards him. Right?
That'll do. That'll do.
Okay.
There we
Yeah, and because you bumped my Vulture.
No, the vulture would still be able to see. Yeah, we bumped it a little bit.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
Anyway,
Vulture, Mad Dog.
now we go to shooting, and it's us first.
Yep.
So, what are we putting into the Manticore? Because we have elementals to put into the Manticore. Are we
Yeah.
doing anything else?
Let's try and let's see if we can get him gone with elementals.
All right. So we've got an anti-mech attack to
Yeah.
Well, it's an anti-vehicle attack,
Whatever.
but it's a melee attack, which means we are going for skill plus TMM,
Yeah.
which is really simple. We're looking for 4s.
For all the marbles, that's a 9.
This is on.
This
The
is on the
Manticore.
Manticore. So it is only. I'm a little bit rusty on my anti-mech because I
Just
never
do
hit
one
with
more
them.
point of damage and it won't matter.
Okay, then 2 damage in.
You did 2 damage?
Yeah.
Then destroyed it. That's fine.
All right. What do we got next?
I'm still making noises with my mouth. That's right
Next,
to the
I say we see if what the Night Gear can do to mains.
Not what?
The hero.
There you go. More of a villain, but we've got skill 2.
No, it's a sandwich, Joe.
Skill 2.
I'm hungry again.
Medium range is 4.
The
TM
night sandwich.
the Lament's TMM is 6, and it's got partial cover for 7. So I would say that the Night Gear is looking for 7s with 6 dice.
Okay.
How hard will it be to program the Battletech community to replace all instances of the word jeer with sandwich?
Sandwich.
Yeah.
Night sandwich,
How-
sandwich falcon.
How
long-
free thinking are you
As
guys,
long,
Battletech
as long
community?
as Henny warms up the Von Luckner so we can go pick up a couple of Giros after the end of this game, I'm happy.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, sevens.
Sevens. So I see 2 misses already. 3.
3 misses.
For those
Four
of you,
misses.
for those
That
of you
was terrible.
wondering why Henny froze there for a moment, I will explain this to you why it's funny.
Just 2 hits
So
on mains.
we
hits on the
we
lament.
came up with a code word. Who's this for?
2 hits on the lament, please.
Lament.
You don't have to explain our code
No,
word.
no,
to
it's
the
okay. We
audience.
got to. That's so funny. We came up with a code word in case somebody does something wrong, you know, like accidentally puts something on screen,
Bumps
shouldn't
the
be there,
table,
bumps
flies
the table,
unzipped.
whatever.
Flies unzipped is a big one.
Von Luckner is the code word to stop and think about it, what it is you're doing. And when I said, well, hopefully Eddie goes in, warms up the Von Luckner to go pick us up sandwiches, he froze thinking he'd done something.
Yeah, I'm like, what did I do? I can't possibly do anything wrong from this side of the board.
Before we had such a code word, there was a time where the camera was focused on us, and Paul, misinterpreting what we were talking about, was panicking, going like this, going, no, 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 and we had to hold a steady poker face.
He's dancing around.
Yeah, desperately trying to get us to stop talking when it wasn't what we thought it was, but it was extraordinarily
So
funny.
now we've ruined the efficacy of our code word.
We'll have a new
because
one.
now
We'll have
we've
a new
used it
one.
for
We'll have to
comedy.
come up with a new one. And it will be Jeer.
All right, we have a lot of shooting to get through. but
Okay,
the-
so I think since the Knight Hero kind of whiffed on that,
Yeah.
we might be better to actually pot the turkey into Griffin, especially because he has a no move on him.
Okay,
I
Griffin.
don't,
B-
I don't have a griffin on the board.
I believe that is the name of
Michael
the-
Griffin would be the name of the awesome pilot.
Gotcha.
Yes, and we are in medium range because we worked that out before.
Yeah.
So the Turkina is firing skill 3 into a target that is in cover.
Did we
plus
do the
medium
Knight?
range.
Did we do the hero on 2s?
We did the hero on 2s,
Okay,
the turkeys on 3s.
Okay, perfect.
So we're looking for a 6.
All right.
So 6 dice looking
On
for
who?
6s.
6
On
on
the
6s
awesome.
on the awesome. All right.
Roll better, Henny.
Yeah, I see 2 misses.
So we got 4 hits in on the awesome.
Thank you.
But hilariously, of those 4 hits, 3 of them were the exact number we needed to hit.
Spooky.
Roll better, Henny.
We're not rolling hot there. All right.
We've got the
Taking that off the board. The Mad Dog will finish off the Bulldog then.
yeah. It's through a tree, short range.
range.
So we've got skill 3, 4 for the tree. The TMM is non-existent, so we're looking
Mad
for...
Dog is 3 or 4 at short.
it's 4 across the board, so 4's looking for 4s.
Mad dog.
All right. That is
again.
going to be 4 4s. Or 4 hits, I should say. No, the Bulldog. I just took the
Bulldog's the
Bulldog off
strike.
the
Awesome.
table. Yeah.
Who was that killed?
No, the
Who was it that killed him? The Mad Dog. Finally, well, not finally. Do we want to throw the Hellbringer into the awesome as well? Since we're
and we also have the Knight Hero. Or
Nope.
the
That's
Black
Black
Lantern.
Lantern.
Black
That is the
Lantern.
Black Lantern.
So let's do the let's
See
do
what
the,
happens when I'm hopped up on cold medication, folks.
There you go.
Let's do the Hellbringer. We will check range. I thought we were in medium. We are. So we're gonna go with skill 3, 5 for range, 6 for the cover. So we're looking 4 dice, looking for 6s
All right.
into the awesome.
Into the awesome.
Hellbringer's got a little bit of everything.
Except armor.
Yeah, it's a weird mech. Like it. So 4 dice looking for
6s.
I gotta roll better. Holy crap. 2 5s
2 hits.
and 2 hits.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's got 2 armor left.
All right. We could attempt some long-range business
No.
with the Black Lantern, but let's just go into the Crusader. We've got 3 dice on skill 3. Medium range. So TMM is 1. Partial cover is 1. So we're up to 5s. Medium range brings it up to 7. 3 dice looking for 7s, or 3 pairs looking for 7s.
And 1 I have to reroll because cocked, and 2 of them missed. 1 hit.
1 hit on the Crusader.
Andrew mentions that he's on board with Night Sandwich. So we're going to try to keep that
Either
rolling.
that or just every pilot's name is Sammy. One of the 2.
There you go.
All right. This is an
No,
absolutely
it's like the-
incomprehensible turn.
It's like the World War I bomber group, the Night Witches, but it's the Night Sandwiches.
Yeah.
Ha!
They just drop food.
All right, we shooting?
The Kurds of Blake.
Yes, let's shoot.
Okay, aces.
Aces deck, starting with Mains is first.
All right.
Mains wants within 24. Attacked by an ally, hasn't fired anybody. Anybody you can shoot in the back. So that doesn't mean extra dice. Just means in the rear arc of anything.
But
Nothing.
still no. Still not.
Yellow would be objective, no objective. So that's going to go down to most structure lost,
So far, nothing.
highest armor lost.
Turkina.
There we go. Mains is going to be at medium range. So
Yep.
he's going to be at base. Where is he? I think he's a 3.
3 or a 2.
Yeah, he's a 3, 5, 6.
6.
Don't go anywhere yet. Target number is 6 or less, or 8 or less.
He has no overheat.
He's got no overheat. Or going to structure. Okay, yep, fire away, buddy. He's going to be on 5 dice.
5 dice. Man, that lament. Especially the fancy hero one, but even the standard one is pretty.
The fancy hero one has no upgrades in Alpha Strike over the base.
Really? Man, Alpha Strike. Come on, guys. Okay, sorry, target number was like 6.
6.
So 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits.
All right. The Turkina's armor is stripped. It has been plucked of feathers.
Manticore, yellow within 6.
That would be the elementals or the
Most
Mad
structure
Dog.
lost, highest armor lost.
Elementals.
elementals.
Okay. And the Manticore is shooting. Oh, yeah, he died this turn. He only has 2 dice because he got
That is
damaged.
enough.
Yeah.
That'll be enough to put it down.
Yep.
Now, the
So-
question that I have, though,
Sixes.
just out of curiosity,
Manticore.
if a tank is base to base,
1 hit.
can it shoot that unit?
That's a good question, actually. I don't know the answer to that.
I don't believe the answer is yes, but I could be wrong.
I would assume you are probably right on
Especially since it's being
that.
swarmed.
Yeah.
So are we
And
saying
that's
no
okay.
shot?
We'll say
So
no
we're
shot.
saying shot would
Well,
be on the vulture instead.
Yeah, the shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
1 hit on the vulture?
Yeah.
Well, it's a different roll.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's going to
Yeah.
fire on the vulture.
Well,
it's going to be
actually, no. Actually, you know what? It is the same roll because
Yeah.
it would have the same.
so it's
so-
2 dice,
1 hit on the vulture.
1
One
hit
hit.
on the vulture.
Yeah. Easy.
Okay. That's done. He's
Let's check
dead.
chat. What's chat
That's the
up to?
first deck I actually got to read.
Hey, Chad, does anyone know the Alpha Strike rules for vehicles and base-to-base contact? Can they still shoot?
Without us
Shoot
having to
out
stop
of,
and
but I don't
read
know
it.
if I can shoot into it, yeah.
Andrew
It could
says
attack
could
base
ta-
to base if it had the melee keyword. So that's fine.
I
It's
don't
all
think
good.
there are a
It's-
lot of vehicles with the melee keyword.
No,
No.
there's none. So next would be the Bulldog. No, Bulldog. That doesn't really matter. Within 24, red. Red would be most medium damage, which would be the turkey. Why he moved right in there to shoot at it.
Turkey
which
or
is
the
pretty
night or night hero.
cool. Gonna be at base 4. He has a fire control hit, so
Base 6.
he's gonna be at 6.
Sevens.
Sevens.
Yep.
If TN is 7 or less,
It'll
guy doesn't
overheat
can't
'cause
just
it's a
overheat
tank.
anyway, so he's just gonna fire, and he's got 3 sets of dice.
All right.
3 sets of dice.
It's not enough to kill, but it is enough to do some damage.
Sorry, we're looking for 7s.
Yep.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Nope, 2 hits.
All right. Roll a crit.
Hey. 7.
That would be a movement. That is 1 slow bird.
Sad bagpipes for the turkey. Well, not the turkey.
I was going to say you clipped its wings, but I still don't know how this thing flies.
The awesome
This should
is in the rear arc of anything.
No.
No. It wants blue. Blue would be objective. No. Lowest starting armor.
Starting.
Starting armor?
Yes.
It wants to
Might be the
shoot the...
Hellbringer.
No, it wants to shoot the Black Lantern, I think.
Black Lantern has more starting armor than a Hellbringer. It
Oh,
is. It
okay.
is-
It's the Black...
apparently, I was wrong.
The Hellbringer's starting armor is akin to a gossamer dress.
So where is it?
It's right here.
So it's going to be
Yeah, it's
at-
Lady Loki, and she's, you know...
Stop that table from shaking. All right, we got base of
Oh yeah, we did work
2,
this out.
range 4. What did it go for?
2.
6s. Target number is 6 or less.
-1,
Because it stands.
It's
got
got
a
it's got
standstill.
no it's got no OV, so it's 5.
but it's
yeah,
-1.
Yeah,
so
it's 5. He has no overheat. That's unfortunate.
He has 5 damage?
5s.
No, it's looking for 5s.
Looking
Four
for
dice,
5s.
looking
4
for
dice
fives.
looking for
Because
5s.
it's
Okay.
stand still. So you could interpret it as the Hellbringer coming out to take a shot for the turkey.
Pretty much.
Looking for 5s.
Uh-oh.
1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
That is a dead Hellbringer.
And I don't think our boxcars things work. It doesn't, but there were some boxcars in there. Not on my crit
It
die.
doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
No, I didn't add it in yet. Okay, so we're going to go to the Crusader. If there are no enemies in line of sight, that is true, correct?
Yes.
Okay, use indirect fire.
No, sorry. The Black Lantern came around
Lanterns?
afterward.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it doesn't want it wants lowest TMM or whatever has
It's
line
the
of
Black
sight.
Lantern.
Black Lantern. Going to be at base of where's the Crusader? Base of 2. Sorry, base of 3. Sorry.
There it is.
3, 5,
3, 5, 8, partial cover 9.
9s. Okay, so medium range 9s. He's got 4 sets of dice.
4 sets of dice. Looking
His
for
target
9.
number for anything else is 8, so that's fine.
Woof, snake eyes. 7, 8. 1 hit.
1 hit. The Black Lantern has been stripped of its armor.
Okay, and we've got
It's really more just a lantern now.
It's better than
the Phoenix Hawk.
All the paint's gone.
I think. Well, the Phoenix Hawk's got a few targets here. Within 6, then 24. Red. Red's the highest medium damage. He's going to fire at the turkey.
Mech Warrior Fenway in the Green Monster.
yeah, we're
He is at medium range, so he's on 3 sets of
It's
dice.
not canon, is it?
Base 4, range 6.
No, that's technically Stephanie Chistu, but we screwed up
7.
the skills.
7s. 3 sets of dice on 7s.
3 sets of dice on 7s. I just the Fenway joke. I wasn't.
Oh, I hope the
No,
Phoenix Hawk
Fenway
takes-
Green Monster. It was a baseball joke.
Yeah, I'm aware of Fenway Park.
Okay.
I'm
Alright,
aware
well.
of your human ball sport.
Okay.
That was very suspicious.
6, 7, and 9.
Okay, so 2 hits.
Yeah.
Roll me a crit.
Woo! Come on. 7.
7. That is a really, really slow Turkina.
Yeah.
I believe we round down all fractions in this
Yes.
game, so it moves 1 inch on a jump. means
And
it's not
that
moving.
is everybody on
It
this
might
side.
kill if it has
Okay,
to.
so it's 8:15. We've been at 2 hours and 15 minutes here, almost 2:30. I think we could pretty much call it at this point. In a campaign setting, the Northwood Highlanders would begin to retreat. They're not going to fight
Yeah,
to the death.
correct.
They would start pulling back. Their field hospital will pull back. They would live to fight another day, or surrender maybe even at this point, because
Yeah.
they're fighting for Terra, right?
That is actually historically what happens.
Yeah, because what they're looking at here, you've got Mainz is lightly damaged. The Phoenix Hawk's fine. The Awesome is in danger. It's only got 2 armor left. Crusader's out of line of sight with only 1 point of damage, but you've lost most of your vehicles at this point. They do have
Lost all of the vehicles.
They do have infantry
lives.
that have not come out on the board yet. There is a company of reinforced infantry that are guarding
HPG.
the HBG, but that's not really going to make a difference, I don't think.
Yeah.
It is interesting that in the larger scenario, when all 3 of these are put together, a lot of heroes went down. The last game we lost 2. This one, Chistu is going to go down. That turkey's not getting off
No.
the board in one piece.
Yeah.
So in the bigger picture, the grander sort of campaign of what's happening over these 3 weeks, yeah, the Highlanders are going to retreat, but they've dug some knives in.
Yeah.
There's a good chance that they'll be able to defend Earth,
Well,
he says,
Yeah.
as a peripherat who doesn't
Yeah.
care what happens to Earth. What am I
But
talking
with that,
about?
we'll pass things along here. So again, we mentioned earlier in the stream, we will be at Toronto Comic Con in 2 weeks, BreakoutCon as well, doing Aces at Toronto Comic Con. We will be then following up the week later doing Aces at Adepticon and the Unnamed Con, Kerensky Con. For both, and we got some extra things that we're going to be talking about when we get there. We'll leave that for that. And then in between, of course, Jesse's every Wednesday night at Harry Tarantula doing the weekly Wednesday Armored Combat game. The guys also are running on Monday nights, the Monday Night Mercenaries up at Sir Games a Lot in Barrie. So if you're in either area, please stop in, drop in and say hi, play a game. you don't get to meet the celebrity Jesse. Like it's, you can actually see him standing up, and you realize that the actual height difference is like this.
I've actually got a complicated set of harnesses and pulleys that like levitate me around. It's pretty great.
Sometimes he just rides in Paul's backpack.
It's like Krang.
He's like, or that
I was going for Yoda, but okay.
Baby Yoda. As always, please like and subscribe. Comments in the comment section. Big help for us on the algorithm. As I touched on earlier, too, we will be having more content coming to you after we come back from the convention swing. We're going to have some recorded content that we're going to be working on. Those will be 30-minute shows. They'll be very narrative, lots of special effects, all the cool stuff. We got everything set up, and we're ready to go for that. I will pass the conch over to Henny.
All right. I think the Jade Falcons did basically the same as the Wolves. So going into next week, we're going to be even. Lost mechs are not coming back, though, so they are down that low-key.
Sorry.
That's all good. Other than that, guys, yeah, I do look forward to seeing some of you at Adepticon, and because we're calling it the not-named con, I guess Con Wolverine.
Yeah, call me over. There you go.
I really liked Ilcon,
The Ilcon.
but eh.
I mean, Con Wolverine was a person. That was a character. That existed.
What do you got?
I got nothing. He takes half my content before it can get to me.
There you go.
No, I wish I'll be the one holding down the fort while they're away at the various cons while they're in the States. Conapalooza up in what I will be taking over up in Barrie, which is a great crowd up there. We've got people coming from further distances than they probably should be, given the weather that we get up in Canada, to come see what we're doing in at Sir Games-a-Lot. Great crowd, and apparently it's growing every day. I got very little more than that. I'm just excited to be playing Battletech this
Jesse
much.
to sign it off for us, I guess.
I can do that. Thanks so much for joining us, folks. Again, if you like what you saw here, you heard where you can find us in real life. We're also at the Fochts Network on Facebook and at Focht Hyperpulse on Discord. That's where you can find details of the where and when and stuff. We will be back next week for another episode of Aces Legacy, and hope to see you then. Farewell, everybody.